Let's take some quick analysis from Keir Starmer's replies when challenged on various topics in the House of Commons.
What the government's doing to make sure that everyone in West Bromwich can actually see their GP.
Well, I thank her for her question. The most visible sign of failure of the last government was the NHS. And we are going to expand the role of community pharmacies and accelerate the rollout of independent prescribers.
So the Prime Minister here relies on firstly blaming the Tories for running down the NHS and then saying that they're going to include community pharmacists. He doesn't actually answer the question of how do you ensure that people can see a GP. A pharmacist will never be a GP. It's in a completely different discipline. The Prime Minister and the rest of the government should also realise that saying things that apply to everybody else and not themselves just creates a gap between the public and them. To say to somebody, well, you can just go and see your pharmacist. Pharmacist is going to give you some drugs, painkillers or whatever it takes to reduce the inflammation or the pain. They're not going to treat you like a doctor would. Would Keir Starmer or any of his family or any of the government and their families ever go to a pharmacist to be diagnosed?
Mr. Speaker, when he talks about security at work, once again, it's one rule for him and another rule for everyone else. But I know that not everything or everyone has survived his first 100 days in government. So can he confirm that when he promised not to raise income tax, national insurance or VAT, that commitment applies to both employer and employee national insurance contributions?
Minister. Mr. Speaker, as he well knows, I'm not going to get drawn on decisions that will be set out. We made an absolute commitment in relation to not raising tax on working people. He, of course, was the expert's expert on raising taxes. And what did we get in return for it? We got a broken economy, broken public services, and a £22 billion black hole in the economy. We're here to stabilise the economy, and we will do so.
So just in case anyone doesn't know, the not everything survived the first 100 days is referring to Sue Gray, who was moved out of her job. No one actually knows what the actual arrangements was there. The fact that she's potentially got a peership lined up. She's going to be in the House of Lords very shortly, so she won't be crying over that too much. So Keir Starmer's first response is to inform Rishi that he's not going to comment because of the budget. And I think that's fine. That was very mirrored in Rachel Reeves recently in the Commons as well. She's also refused to comment on anything that's included in the budget. We'll see about his claim that Rishi's had pushed up taxes in the past when they get to do their budget as well. See whose taxes have gone up. At the moment, for pensioners, the prices are going up. It doesn't have to be tax. If you take away from payments, you might as well be taxing them. His further comments sort of lead into the black hole again. He's used this one a lot. It's a very contested figure, this 22 billion and black hole. I think most people seem to think it includes sort of 9 to 10 billion of pay rises for public sector employees like train drivers and doctors, in which case you could argue that figure could have been a lot lower if you'd have given them less of a pay rise. But other sources completely say that it's made up entirely.
Opposition. Mr. Speaker, I don't think even Lord Ali is buying any of that nonsense. But I'm not.
So a very sharp, targeted attack on the allegations made about Lord Ali. In one political source, he was accused of having bought and paid for the Labour cabinet. And we've all seen the press about him buying suits and glasses for Keir Starmer and letting him use his apartments. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.